So, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got the blank, which is great. The rest of the rack, less so. But I can play off some of it, including splitting up W and U with Hulk. Wow, that looks pretty good. Is in swept good? I know rain swept is, and I think in swept is. But this is a pretty good looking rack. Just the W, which is non-bingo-y. So, wow, 39 for opponent, that's a lot. Is there anywhere for in swept? I don't think there is. Hulky takes nothing in front or after. So there could be another 7 here, or there could be an 8 through one of these floaters. Nothing has leapt to mind, but with a blank, there's got to be possibility. So I'm going to try and keep all of these floaters in mind and also look for a 7. Not seen anything so far. ING ending with wept. White as a component part. Always difficult with the blank, because you're looking to concentrate on that letter plus every floater and then move on to the next one in a timely fashion. Not seeing anything there. W and P not particularly synergetic. Wow, some of these racks look so close, but nothing has come to mind. No, this isn't looking promising. So, what next? Should I be considering any particular prefixes? Can't see anything beginning un. So, W and H and P and H go well together. So I've got white, whip. Not seeing a bingo. Have I properly considered this L? Yeah, nothing with the K. How about the C? That doesn't look like it goes well. What about the A? Wow, I could be missing something, but I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking about playing WAP. I can't get this triple letter square to play twice because nothing goes in front of C or V. Fantastic rack leave. I'm absolutely 100% guaranteed to bingo next turn. And I'm getting rid of my problem tiles. So, I have inertia, which doesn't play in rows G or I. I have U inter ite down from the U. Fantastic. WAP only takes an S. So this rack plus an S, or this rack with the blank as an S. Isotine. So I think I am definitely bingoing. U inter ite is my preference. At the moment, no double doubles available. Isotine doesn't even get single doubled, and that's the only play in column 13. How else can I access a double word square? Well, row E, if my play ended AC or EC. Not seeing such a play. And if U into IT is blocked, then bingo's through H and L, and it isn't. Fantastic. So opponent plays cis, cis takes nothing in front. U into IT for 74. Fantastic. I draw all bingo-y tiles, but it's not balanced with 5 vowels. And only 1 pointers, so I'm going to struggle to score. But I think I can sort this rack out rather than changing. I just really need to deal with the duplicates, and in particular the duplicate vowels, which are A and E. I know the opponent played cis for quite a humble score, so probably has got a second S. Now, I don't have... Am I sure I don't have a bingo? There are 5 vowel 8s. Double A, double EI looks bingo-y. So let me consider the floating consonants. N. Wow, do I have teeny 8? Oh my word, I think I do. Yes, absolutely, 62 points. Are there any more floating ends? There aren't. Unbelievable. Wow, I nearly didn't look for a bingo with that rack. And this is pretty good. I've got aborted on my rack. Does that play anywhere? I don't think it does. So, it does have an anagram, I think, tabured. Teeny 8 doesn't take anything after it. Swap, I think might take a T. Yeah, I think this, well, let's find out. Aborted for 82. Unbelievable, and it's good. Absolutely amazing. So, 200 and minus 90 plus 50 point lead. And the bingo run ends, but what a rack. I've got great scoring tiles in the Z and the X. And some vowels to help get rid of them. Wow, what a run of bingos. So, great, just 23 for opponent. What can I do with my Z or X? Can I get either of them tripled in row B and the play doubled? Don't think so. Any other good X or Z spots? Well, what about column 12 ending in Z? And I could get rid of Z and X with Zax, which plays in row K. Let me just see what that scores as a reference point. Horrible rack lead, but it's 51 points. So what do I have in column 12 ending AZ or OZ? Well, I have this. I have Zap for 55. That's pretty good. What if the A went the other side? Not seeing anything. And if this was an O? No. So is Zap the play? Always when you've had a great run of bingos and the game looks fairly secure, it's easy to have tilt, as in not putting enough effort into finding the best play or being content with a suboptimal play. So it's important to guard against that. Through an N, I would have Guanchi. Double lane in column 5. G and U, not propitious for long words. What about row O ending ope? No. X can go next to the A. Well, I think I am going to go with Zap for 55. Okay, so I've still got my X for score, which can play in column 14. I could play OXO, which would be quite nice. Can I get my X tripled? No, from an E I would have exodoi. Wow, opponent takes my oxo spot, but care takes an X. So, well, Zol only takes an S, so do I have a 4-letter play beginning with X? And I don't. However, I have Deux, probably not how the French pronounce it, but it's 44 points. Rack leaves okay, given the starting points. Is there anywhere better? I don't think so, and I think taking out this lane is pretty good strategically. It's where opponent can score best, and I think they're still hanging on to an S. They've played 2 S's fairly cheaply. Yes for 23 and Sis for even less, 14. Now still 1 blank to come. So is Deux the play? I think it is. It's good to get rid of the U. So Deux for 44. Well, I missed the blank and draw the Q, of course. I do have Chi on my rack with a dreadful rack lead, but is there anywhere for it? AB doesn't take an I, it does take an O, but that doesn't assist with playing the Q. I've got Chi and TI, which is quite handy. It takes out a double-double lane. And I've got a second I for going under the Q next turn. Great, opponents played somewhere. Fon, top right. Is there anything better than Chi? Pretty grim, hanging on to 2 Gs, but only 1 U to come. And 26 points is pretty decent, and taking out a hot bingo lane is also pretty decent. Wow, I draw the J, which is good. I've got Jig in row L and go G. Joggier not good. Row D, a bingo lane for bingos ending in C or C something. Now Vine takes an O and an A in front, so wow, this is nice. I've got Goji down here. Is this the best spot? It's good to split up the duplicate Gs. And this isn't opening up column 1 in a particularly dangerous fashion, because what can go in front of G? A can and U can. And a limited number of bingos end with those letters. So is Goji for 32 best? Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere else. I'm going with this. Wow, I was hoping for a nicer draw than that. Pretty grim. No scoring tiles. No blank, no S. So, what to do? And no A or U. Nothing goes in front of J. So Goji hasn't really provided much. And opponent burning another S cheaply. Wow. Still 17 tiles in the bag. So how to sort this rack out? I'm not bothered about column 15. That's only available for 6-letter plays. ES doesn't take anything after it that I've got. I would need 2 Gs for Higgler. So I'm not seeing any scoring potential bottom right. I can't play bottom left. It would be nice to play something like Leng, but I'm just not seeing anywhere for that. Now, what about a play ending ing in column 5? Gosh, well, that's an overstatement. I was thinking about enrolling, but I'm quite away from that. And I'd need another T for reletting, but I think I have relenting. Do I? 2 E's? Yep. And that's quite nice. It turns over tiles. It takes out bingo lanes in row G and in row D, and this hotspot next to the E. Not particularly dangerous given that the X has gone, so F and W can go there, and M. In fact, all the remaining scoring tiles, but you're only looking at about a 30-point score. Is there definitely no bingo here? Relenting plus an L? No, not seeing it. Wow, pretty good. I still managed to dodge the S and the blank, but for 6 random tiles, this isn't bad. Through an E, I would have Treadler. Row N is a bingo lane for 10-letter bingos beginning out. I don't have that. Dartler, not good. So, looking at the scores, I lead by about 180. 8 minutes on my clock, 15 on opponent. So, opponent has been playing quite fast. I've got a T for going next to the S, so I could play Tard. Tempting because there are 8 tiles left. Tard gives me 6 shots at drawing the blank, nearly empties the bag. And there's absolutely no reason to delay this game. ES takes a T. So just wondering if I have, not a bingo, but a decent play across from the A, something like Alerted. But I don't think I do. I would need it to have LT, so ELT, but that's not better than Tard. Tard for 26 is pretty handy. And I'll probably draw one of the big tiles, and I've now got a second spot for a big tile. Great, I draw the blank. Wow, no vowels though, or very few. Now I burnt my A, which could have gone in front of the G. Wow, amazing tile pool. Pretty much as good as it can get for opponent, apart from the blank. But not many bingo lanes. Opponent is really looking for a bingo which plays in column 1 and therefore ends in A. I have reflown on my rack. That doesn't play anywhere. I've taken out the out bingo lane. So there are no bingo lanes bottom right. There's column 4, column 6. And column 1 not really available for me with this rack. So if opponent doesn't bingo, they may be tempted to play in row H, getting the M doubled. But I would be pretty fortunate to have an 8-letter bingo with this rack. Only one vowel and W and F are both non-bingo-y. So R only takes an E, so I would need to burn my blank to play flu. But that may be worth doing. What's opponent going to do? 2 in the bag? Are they going to fish for a bingo? If they are, I wonder if a play in row F. Well, I don't think I can take out all bingo lanes. A play in row F would provide 2 new floaters, and the remaining pool is so bingo-y. I would struggle to take out all lanes. I don't think relenting takes anything in front. Have I really exhausted all lanes? Ovine takes a B in front and a C. So having created 2 spots for W's and F's, I can't score particularly well in either. And that just demonstrates how useful vowels are. So do I have something in row H? Not which gets the W or F. doubled. So I'm not seeing any great candidate plays. Now, opponent empties the bag and burns the A for ag. So opponent no longer has a column 1 bingo. And they've emptied the bag, so I can see what they've got. They've got steroid on their rack. And that has a lot of anagrams. So, given that there are only 2 bingo lanes, what about doing this for 31? Am I going out with Ron? Well, the first point is not am I going out with Ron, it's can opponent bingo, because I have not taken out column 4 and I provided a floater. Well, no bingo with this rack plus an F, I don't think. So, what are the anagrams? There are a lot. Editors. That doesn't play. Sorted. Gosh. Quite a few options here. Sorted doesn't play. Storied doesn't. Steroid doesn't. Triodes doesn't. Roseted does play. Great. So, well, great that I know not to play flu. 5 minutes on my clock. What about doing this? I'd overlooked column 7 for a bingo's ending in H. So what does few do? Doesn't really do very much. What about flow down here? 27 points. Can opponent bingo in column 6? 4 minutes on my clock. Editors. Roseted. Roisted. Sorted. And these all have to begin right at the top. There's less scope. So it would need to end I or O. Well, there aren't any, so this does work. I'm not creating a new... Well, I am creating a new lane. But it would require 2 vowels together. Triodes doesn't work. I think this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could begin next to this L. Gosh, nearly editors. But that's the only bingo beginning with a vowel. I think this works. And I'm surely going out with blank NR. In fact, I'm minded to do this to stop opponents scoring highly in row H. Am I going to go out with the N? Yes, I've got when and NE. But this game is in the bag. This is just about maximising. Fine score. Oh no, I've provided a new spot for opponent to bingo in column 6 because EL does take an S. Ouch. And Roseted plays. Oh wow, that is a massive blunder on my part. Roseted and Roisted both play in column 6. Ouch. All that effort spent on the previous move thrown away by a moment's carelessness at the end. It isn't going to cost me the game, but it is annoying. But will opponent find it? Surely they will. So they have Roseted and Roisted in column 6. Wow, that's a bit of a let-off for me. It doesn't excuse the howlingness of my blunder, though. So, where's the best spot for my N? Just having a very quick squiz down the board. I've got 10 for 3. Jang, not good. I've got open and man for 11. And the final score, 330 for opponent, 509 for me, a winning margin of 179 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. And, well, I say a painful blunder at the end. It is painful, it just didn't cost me. Now, it was me to go first, and I played Hulk. That looks fine. Opponent scores well with KV. Wow, phew, no missed bingo here. Always a possibility of missing one when you've got a blank. So I play WAP for 16, only 3 more points on offer. Well, I like my play because this rack leave is better than all the others. Opponent with 3 S's. Well, that explains why he burns some of them so cheaply. Now, my rack. Oh, wow, Isotine outscoring Uinterite C13. Because Cis has now enabled a T to go on the end of WAP. Wow, and yeah, Isotine 2 more points and Uinterite and providing fewer floaters. Wow, missed bingo, very difficult one to see. Up hoists through both of the T's I've just put down, but surely difficult to spot that word, especially starting with this rack. Now, this rack is one I really didn't think there was a bingo, but you go through the motions and there it is, Teeny 8 for 62. And I note that not only is this a back-to-back bingo, but it's a back-to-back 5-vowel 8, which means 5 vowels. Well, Uinterite was... No, both of them are 5-vowel 8s. They are 8-letter words with 5 vowels. And they are particularly difficult to see because words are easier to spot when you have consonants. Now, opponent's rack plays O, and I have a triple back-to-back bingo with aborted or rated available for the same score. So I have a huge lead, and opponents could come back, but it's unlikely. Wow, Super D12. Oh, wow, that would have been nice, getting rid of the U as well in the same spot as Zap, but for 8 more points. Super. Gosh, that would have been good. Now, opponent plays Bile, and I have Daux for 44, so everything going my way. Opponent with the dreaded FV combo plays Fon. And now I played Chi for 26. Still nearly 30 tiles in the bag. Opponent plays Vine. And I have Goji for 32, so maintaining my lead. Opponent plays Mugs. And now I have Relenting for 20 points, which I was delighted to see as I had no other candidate moves in mind. Gosh, poor opponent having the S's for so long, and apart from up hoists, not missing bingos, just not having them. I played Tard for 26. Yeah, and that's nothing obviously better. Now, opponent's rack. Gosh, no bingo. They do have bingos on their rack. They have omertas and its anagrams. Maestro and amorettes, but none of those play. So, opponent plays Mar. And here it is. Here's my howling blunder. Flower. I think Flo would have provided no bingos for opponent, but look at this. Ouch. Opponent A6 has got roisted, roseted and triodes. Fortunately for me, doesn't spot any of them. Plays tired. And, oh wow, no, Chin, K4. Oh, not coming down, making Jang, but going across, making Ain for 15. This is the same play in second spot, and then I do open for 11, so 4 points left on the table at the end. But what a game, absolutely extraordinary stuff. It's always great to get back-to-back bingos, but to get triple back-to-back bingos is even greater. So super fun for one of us at least. Many thanks to Opponent for the game. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.